What's up guys? Welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Her opponent didn't even realize it had been struck. Countless slash marks appeared on the evil dragon spawn's body, and at that moment, its gaze met Hinata's. The evil dragon spawn tried to speak, but the words never came out. Before it could finish, its body disintegrated into tiny fragments. Perhaps remnants of Rainer's consciousness were seeking Hinata's help, but if he had lost his humanity at this point, there was no way to save him. This was the consequence of Rainer's own choices, but
rest in peace. May you have sweet dreams.
Hinata offered these words of comfort. Though she had many reasons to dislike Reiner and couldn't forgive him for his actions, she hoped he could at least find peace in death. With that, Hinata's victory was secured, and the evil dragon spawns were eradicated. Granbell greeted the victorious Hinata with applause.
Well done.
No, it's only because my master lent me his sword.
Granbell stopped her from returning truth.
It belongs to you now. I am already dead. The version of me here is just a perfect replica, created from memories.
It didn't seem that way, but Hinata knew it was true.
The boy who inherited my master's soul has created an extraordinary power.
Granbell smiled as he said this, and Hinata agreed. This wasn't a resurrection, but something even more remarkable, a power that could recreate the champions of the past in their prime. Even if this power was restricted to those connected to Masayuki, it was still an astonishing ability. Furthermore, there was a significant chance that he could summon even those with no direct ties to him. For example, Granbell and Masayuki had never met, yet Granbell was summoned because hero Rudra, believed to be Masayuki's past life, had been Granbell's mentor. Hinata had only recently learned of this, and Masayuki likely knew even less. The full extent of how many could be summoned at once was unclear, making this ability incredibly mysterious. Granbell, who was here thanks to Masayuki's power, had no qualms about leaving behind the sword in this world. Despite this, Hinata wasn't entirely convinced she was worthy of wielding it.
I know master is an illusion, but that's not the issue. The fact is, I never became a hero. My potential was passed to Chloe, and I was never destined to awaken.
The hero's egg that Hinata once held had been transferred to Chloe, leading to the birth of the strongest hero. Because of this, Hinata could never awaken as a hero herself, unable to fulfill Granbell's hopes. Acknowledging this, Hinata presented her current self to Granbell. Her determination was evident, showing she wasn't afraid of any disappointment. She was declaring to Granbell that she had no regrets. Granbell chuckled at Hinata's resolve.
Is that truly what you believe?
What?
Rudra, my master, called me here, but it seems there was more to it. I recall from the promised land that I couldn't entrust you with my will back then. Maria was quite upset with me.
This entire conversation was an illusion crafted by a replica. Yet, it felt so real and vivid. Then, Hinata grasped the true meaning of Granbell's words.
Huh? This power is...
Granbell's qualification as a hero, the holy spirit of light that guided others to victory, had been passed to Hinata along with the sword, truth.
This marks the end of my journey. Hinata, I leave the rest to you.
Granbell spoke with a smile more genuine than any he'd shown in life. Hinata made a solemn promise with that smile.
Don't worry, master. I'll give it my all.
Good.
Granbell responded with a small smile. He then turned his back to Hinata, as if his task was complete. Damrata walked alongside Granbell as they approached Masayuki.
Gran, have you finally laid your regrets to rest?
Yes. And it seems you had your own words for Rudra.
He didn't pay attention, as usual.
That sounds like him.
Yeah, it really does.
The two of them seemed to be in good spirits, sharing an understanding that felt like it came from a long-lost time. It was as if this was how things had always been, how they should have been. In fact, it was the reality. Granbell had been Rudra's student, and after leaving to unify the West, he was supposed to return to Rudra's service once that was done. Granbell's battles against the powerful monsters ruling various nations had taken a significant toll on him. The empire he initially treated as a mock enemy had eventually turned into a genuine threat. Caught in his own madness, both he and Damrata became mere shadows of their former selves, tricking each other, until today. Those old grievances no longer mattered. They were laughing and joking together, just like in the past. This was no illusion, Rudra was waiting for them.
Hey, you two aren't going to start badmouthing me right here, are you? You'd better be ready.
We were just praising you.
Yes, exactly. We can't do anything without you.
You're making me nauseous. Fine, whatever. It's my turn now, so take a break until I need you again.
Rudra chuckled. Granbell and Damrata joined in the laughter before fading away, content with the roles they had played. Rudra, now bearing the responsibility, accepted their trust without a second thought.
Rudra, Are you alright?
Rudra responded to Velgryn's concern with a smile, wrapping his arm around her waist and giving her a light kiss.
This doesn't seem like the right time.
I'll be gone once this is all over. I just wanted my reward early.
Velgrynd gazed at Rudra with adoration. She cherished the innocent Masayuki, but the Rudra she had once loved was in a class of his own. She had always believed that Masayuki would one day become Rudra, but she never expected it to actually happen. It might seem contradictory, but those were her genuine feelings. She could love any version of Rudra, but the original was the best. Masayuki, who had brought this Rudra back to life, had become her ultimate love. The word, love, no longer felt sufficient.
I love Masayuki. All of you, Rudra.
I know, but you should say that to Masayuki, not to me.
But that boy, he's a bit shy.
I'm sure he's thrilled on the inside. After all, I'm the one who said it, so I'm certain.
Yes, those words were also true. The current Rudra wasn't just an illusion but was Masayuki himself, infused with Rudra's memories. Rudra then turned to face Feldway, hiding his embarrassment.
Now then, sorry to keep you waiting, Feldway.
It seems you're the real thing. Are you claiming to defy the laws of this world and transcend death?
No, I'm still dead, and there's no coming back from that. But I can still take down anyone who makes the woman I love cry.
Don't be absurd.
I'm serious, though. Well, I haven't crossed over just yet.
Rudra's words, though playful, were rooted in truth. Since he was residing within Masayuki, as long as Michael's body remained incarnated, not all of his memories would resurface. Once the effects of Masayuki's power wore off, Rudra's personality would fade away. However, his memories and experiences would stay with Masayuki. This meant that Rudra could continue to appear. While Rudra wasn't about to spell this out, he had no intention of keeping it a secret either.
Now then,
Rudra muttered, casting a glance at Vega. He then turned to Testarossa and Hinata, giving them a directive with a confident smile.
Hey, you two. I'll leave that small fry to you.
Naturally, they bristled at this.
So arrogant. I agree.
Despite their annoyance, they understood that following Rudra's lead was the smart move. As much as they hated it, they chose to go along with him quietly.
Let's do this together, Hinata Dano.
You're right, Testarossa-san. With you as a partner, I can relax.
The feeling is mutual.
And so, a makeshift duo was formed to take on Vega. Vega versus Testarossa and Hinata. And Feldway versus Rudra. The final showdown in the royal capital had begun. Two striking women faced off against Vega. Testarossa wore a seductive smile, while Hinata's expression was icy.
I'll handle taking him down. Could you keep him occupied for a bit?
Sure thing. It seems he's tough to kill with a sword and we can't use wide-range destruction magic in the royal capital, so let's divide the work.
Both being quick thinkers, they easily reached an agreement. Testarossa stepped back and began to analyze the range of Vega's powers. Normally, such details might be overlooked in the heat of battle, but this time, she meticulously activated her detection spell, intent on killing him for real. Meanwhile, Hinata took her position in front of Vega.
Hey, what happened to Damrata and that other guy?
They've retreated.
I see. They look like they might cause some trouble, but they're not my concern. Neither are you. Don't get cocky just because you beat my evil dragon spawns. Let me bring you back to reality.
Vega boasted arrogantly. Damrata, as an old associate, had recognized Vega's strength but had never seen him as a real threat. Even now, he considered Vega a non-issue. However, hearing Hinata say Damrata had left actually made him feel relieved. It was one less hassle to deal with.
So, what do you think? Don't take me lightly, or you'll pay for it.
Hinata could tell Vega was no joke. Normally, she might have tried to provoke him right from the start, but she knew better this time. The smart move was to win and let her strength speak for itself. As soon as their exchange ended, Vega made his move. He opted for a direct confrontation, using his vastly enhanced strength and speed to attack Hinata head-on. Vega's powerful arm sent shockwaves through the air, shattering objects without even touching them. The same went for his kicks. His entire body had become a force of destruction, more devastating than a strategic weapon, causing massive damage in his vicinity. If not for the material area, the entire capital would have been reduced to rubble in minutes. Under such an onslaught, Hinata would normally be in serious trouble. Her own power had grown substantially, but Vega's increase was even more significant, more than tenfold, with the added advantage of an ultimate skill. Even though Granbell had awakened her heroic potential, Vega remained a daunting foe. Yet, Hinata remained calm.
It's odd, I'm not scared at all. And somehow, I can predict his attack.
Her perception was more accurate than the predict future attack skill that Rimuru had mastered, effectively becoming future prediction. It's no surprise then that Hinata's current skill was
Confirmed. Unique skill, mathematician, has evolved into ultimate skill, Fate King Fortuna. Successful.
With Hinata's own evolution, she had ascended to the ultimate level. This Fate King Fortuna encompassed abilities like thought acceleration, universal perception, divine hockey, spacetime manipulation, multidimensional barrier, all of creation, computational domain, and virtual world. By harnessing all these powers, Hinata was able to achieve an almost flawless future prediction. This newfound ability allowed her to perfectly execute Granbell's sword technique, True Slash. Although she lost her unique skill, Usurper, the mastery of Fate King Fortuna rendered it unnecessary. With this power, Hinata could effortlessly counter all of Vega's deceptive attacks, including his ability to alter his form and extend his arms. Even when Vega moved at speeds far greater than hers, Hinata skillfully evaded and outmaneuvered him.
Damn it, you're just dodging everything.
No matter how powerful Vega's shockwaves were, they had little effect on Hinata unless they hit her directly. As a hero, she had now reached a state where she could fully transform into a spiritual life form. Of course, if Vega, encased in his mythical grade armor, managed to land a blow, it could be fatal for Hinata. However, she now wielded truth. Before, the disparity in weapon quality made it difficult for her to face Vega seriously, but with truth in her hands, that concern vanished. Paired with Hinata's precise, future prediction calculations, she could parry Vega's attacks directly. Though the strength difference was significant, adjusting the angle was a trivial task for someone with Hinata's level of skill.
Why can't you hit me?
Damn it, but you don't have a way to finish me off.
Vega shouted, unwilling to accept defeat, but he did have a point. Hinata, however, felt no shame in this, knowing that Testarossa had her back.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chad Vota, Chris Guzman, Havox, Speed Saber, James Waters, Arijit Das, Curtis Loban, Judah Herrera, Justa Guy, Misael W. Hernandez, Jason Martin, Zach Rossan, Byron, Jerry Sladek, Alfonso Smith, Donald Williams, Moab A, Day of Light, John M, John Charles, Godman Gaming, Akon Engok, Markithian Tidwell, Andre L. Hamilton, Adrian, Kumo, Sanketh Chelu, T. Bush, John L., Edgar Fuentes, JV, Dirty Old Hobo, Gonse Direco, Thomas, J., Christ, Juan Ignacio, Joshua Cousins, Jose Hernandez, Vethelny, Lunel Scarlett, Khaled, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Divine C. Harris, Destiny Smith, Panda Cats, Aaron Alarcon, Monty Boy 98, D-Man, Ruben, Luis Caro, Yuki Iki, Pedro Robles, Chris Jr., Isaac, Koala King 93, Paul DeGrassi, Little 95, Coyote de Peza, Quilly Buckner, Zephyrus, Alver, Normal Defate, Joshua Andrade, Jaya Keshav, L, Gary Miles, Nobody 0034, Dragon Spawn 666, J Rule, Sayonori, Alfredo Renteria, Liel Tiram, Liron Sangkap, Eric Tass, Christopher Mash, Echo Ski, Foolish Prophets, Ethan Madison, Louis Strutter, Charles Bailey, Sky T, Diego Ginoza, Nick H, Andre Hamilton, Jason Torres, Sesh, Guy Ansley, Simon Road, Emperor WSA, Mika Espinosa, George Hage, Pratik Bandari, Arod Dare, Von Joseph, Deriha Skerte, Jackson Early, Smexy, Carl Stephen Bernadal, Tank Bailey, Gareth Hashimoto, Steven Madison, Homelike Drop, Fazli Topador, Nasir, Vasto Lord, Martin Ramos, Marl Barsha, Ralph Ignacio, Karen, Mark Charlie Els, Hansel Ortega, Yellow Wally, Efrain Hernandez, Luca Gaming WTF, William Locke, Jordan Mersha, Jay Magsino, Recru17, Bismarck Munoz, Arion Booker, Kamal Luke, Izat, Mr. Santo, Akshay Divate, M. Wei Jun. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.